Yeah, I'd like to fuck with that pussy all goddamn night because that pussy is so good. Meow, little girl. I know. I know the pain you feel. Yeah, Daryl H. Gates, SWAT team. Yeah, Jack Nicklaus, golf. Yeah, little girl. Chuck Yeager, flight simulator. Yeah, my girl. Don't lie to me. You slept with daddy last night. Fuck the police? That's so relevant. It's relevant in a 1989 type of way. It make the problem with that song. I mean, you can't have titles like that. The Los Angeles Police Department. Los Angeles Police Department are neck deep in conspiracy, cover up, political ties to the entertainment industry. Everything way out west where I belong is real chill. They're not used to crime like that. They got thriving metropolis like L.A. or other parts too, but it's mostly filled with with well-to-do hamlets, little towns, little. Some parts of California are still unpoliced. When you have, it was very relevant. But the problem, I think, within that lies in the title. It says "fuck the police" forever and a day. Police all over the world. The LA police is as perfect as they were. They made the rest of the United States look really bad. We had bad crime on the East Coast, and the police were the only thing that was your only salvation. We didn't have Rodney King. We didn't have shit like that in New York City on the East Coast. We just didn't because it was the free lackadaisical peace toting California was not no when you had these little my mother was born out in Compton. My mother was born in Bellflower near Compton, and when she was there it was nothing but palmetto trees, pomegranates, lemon trees. It was an Eden. She told me. She said it was beautiful. She had a pet monkey and she used to pick lemons off a fucking tree. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, it was not like New York at all. But then as the years went by, you had South Central California taking over places like that. And you had palm trees and you had machine guns. The police force out there is not accustomed to that. They're not, you know, and that's what it was. Pretty much throughout the Midwest and East Coast, you remember that? Remember why can't you get when I'm on HBO Max? Why can't you get Banging in Little Rock? That's one of the best documentaries ever. Put in Banging in Little Rock, Arkansas, and you could see how they did it in the '80s. That's the quote I stole. It's one of the greatest quotes ever. Quote, I just feel like one of the hardest niggers alive. I feel like I just can't be faded, unquote. With a little 14-year-old kid said that. Can you believe that? He's like 14, 15 years old with a scarf around his face, toting 245 nickel plated, pearl handled 6 shooters, pointed in at each other. And he said, I feel like the hardest motherfucker alive, and I feel like I just can't be faded no matter what. He's like 15. He's not even out of high school yet. That's a hard motherfucker. And he was, because, he's probably dead now. He was probably dead soon after that. But that's what was going on in the Midwest, and it was few and far between. But out in California, it was a concentrated, something popped, something boomed. It might have been the crack cocaine epidemic. It might have been something like that, but something definitely snapped where it went low rent real quick. And Easy is his name, and the boy's coming straight out of Compton. It's a brother that will smother your mother and make your sister think I love her. What happened there? That was all old, like I said, you got gangster in a place with lemon trees and oranges and palmettos. it was a combination between, you know, the easy breezy does it cover girl of California and the crack epidemic, and it just manifested out there. We didn't have that shit in Chicago, New York City. You know, we just didn't have that type of weirdness. So I think that's what Eric Wright, Easy E, meant when he said "fuck the police." I'm pretty sure that's exactly what he meant. You know, and that's what a lot of people were saying back then. Even Ice T was like cop killer. You know, and it's not cool for the rest of the world because you know, New York State Patrol ain't having those problems. You either do as you're told or that's it. You know, does that make any sense? But fuck the police? No, don't fuck the police. That's the only thing that separates us from absolute anarchy. Then you better hope the cops are in on anarchy and they trade in their badges and cankers for a anarchy patch. You know, you better hope the police are with us. Otherwise, what the fuck is that? We're fucked without the whole farm is bought without a fuck. You know what I mean? It's no good.